Hello everyone. Today we are going to study materials, metals and non-metals chapter of class 8. So let us begin. So what do you mean by metals and non-metals? The question arises first of all this. So the metals and non-metals definition is generally based on their properties. That what properties do they have? So we are just going to study about their properties in the comparative tabular form. So let us start. Let us start with physical properties of metals and non-metals. Now the question is arising that what do you mean by physical properties of metal? So physical properties of metals means the shape, size, color, all these things come in the physical property. Now, if we talk about metals, so metals are generally solid, means their molecules are tightly packed, and the exception is mercury. If we talk about non-metals may be solid, may be liquid, or may be gaseous. We cannot get this conclusion that the non-metals are only solid because they exist in all three states of matter. If we talk about metals, again, metals are hard, but the non-metals are not hard, they are brittle. Metals have metallic luster, but the non-metals have a dull luster. Now, what do you mean by luster? Luster means shine. Luster indicates shine. So, luster means shine. Metals have high melting points and boiling points even, but the non-metals have low melting point. If we talk about metals, they are malleable. Now there is a property called malleability. So this malleability property, what do you mean by it? So malleability is a property in which metals can be drawn into thin sheets, such as aluminium. We beat the aluminium so hard that it becomes a aluminium foil. So this is how metals are malleable, but the non-metals are non-malleable. We talk about coal. Coal is a non-metal. If we hammer it, so it will break into pieces. It will not turn into thin sheets. If we talk about metals, metals are ductile. Ductility. Now ductile means they can be easily drawn into thin wires. But non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wires, so that is why they are not ductile. If we talk about metals, metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, while not non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Exception is the graphite. Metals are sonorous. If we go to the temple, we find the bell. If we hit the bell, then such a kind of sound will come. So means that bell is made up of metal and that is sonorous in nature, means it produces sound. So this is how we can say that it is sonorous in nature. And non-metals are not sonorous in nature. We come to the physical properties. Chemical properties. So chemical properties means related to chemicals, formulas and all this. It includes chemical properties. Now reaction with oxygen. Generally metals reacts with oxygen to form basic oxides. So now who forms basic oxides? So generally basic oxide is being formed by metals and non-metals reacts with oxygen to form acidic oxide and the acidic oxide is formed by non-metal. If we talk about reaction with water, so metals reacts with water to form oxides and hydroxides, while the non-metals cannot react with water. Not only with water but also with acids and bases. So the non-metals do not even react with water, acids and bases. If we talk about reaction with acids, as I already told, non-metals do not react with acids except sulfur, which react with hot concentrated acid. Now, what do you mean by concentrated acid? Concentrated means the thing which contains large amount of water as compared to the acid. So means water is in large amount and the acid is in less amount. It is in large amount. So this is what concentrated means. If we talk about reaction with metals, so metals react with acids to form respective salts. Reaction with bases, and reaction with bases, so metals burn in metals the hydrogen gas burns with the pop sound. Which gas burns with a pop sound? That is hydrogen. Metals do not react with bases. However, some metals only react with bases. That also with strong bases, not the dilute concentrated one. They reacts with dilute one. If we talk about non-metals, they do not react with bases. Now let us come to the uses of metals. Copper is used for electric wires. Iron is used for construction of work bridges, etc. Not only on work bridges, it is used at our homes also. If you have seen the construction of a house, that saria and all that comes, it is made up of iron only. So, houses even we can say. If we talk about making machinery, machineries are also made of iron even. Automobiles, utensils like steel and all that. Industrial gadgets, water boilers. Lead is used in X-ray sheets. Zinc is used for galvanization, in which the thin coating is being done. Such as if we take a bucket even of steel. So it's even done. Now, chromium. Not of steel, a bucket of iron if we take. So it's done. Chromium and nickel are used for electroplating. Aluminium is used for making parts of aeroplane and spacecraft. Mercury is used in thermometers to check the temperature, which we already know. Now over here, I just want to tell you about copper. So generally, copper sometimes when exposed to moist air, it gets a green coating. So can everyone knows, I think so, why they get green coating. But if you don't know, let me tell you. It gets a green coating due to copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. This one is copper hydroxide, this one is copper carbonate. So due to this only it gets a green coating. So I have told you the reason even why it gets the green coating. It have one formula even of this green coating. Let me write over here. That is 2Cu plus H2O plus CO2 gives plus O2 gives us copper hydroxide as well as carbonate. So this is the formula of this green coating. So when the copper gets exposed to water and CO2, that is carbon dioxide, oxygen, then it forms copper hydroxide and copper carbonate, due to which green coatings come. Now, uses of non-metals. If we talk about uses of non-metals, sulfur, it is used for making sulfuric acids, even the salts of metals. We talk about oxygen. Oxygen is used by us for living. Human beings needs the oxygen for respiration, for breathing process. Even the animals needs it. Even plants, everyone needs it. Nitrogen is used for making fertilizers. Hydrogen is used as a fuel in rockets, even used for making fertilizers. Chlorine is used for killing the germs. Many a times we also add fluorine tablets in the water. uh, it purifies the water, but the large amount of fluorine is not good. So chlorine is a kind of a non-metal. We talk about iodine. Iodine is used as an antiseptic. We generally use iodine. So it because it is a antiseptic. Now thank you. Please do subscribe the channel, like and share the video.